Hello, I want to share with you another recipe, another chocolate recipe. This one is called Polish cake, and it was a recipe that was given to me by my mother-in-law. Now I do know that other people have recipes very similar and they have different names, but as mother-in-law called it Polish cake, that's what we're going to call it. It's very simple and it's very yummy. Got most of the ingredients assembled, and you can mix and match depending on what you like best. So what we start with is a nice big bowl to mix in. You'll need a greased and lined shallow tin, and you'll need a rolling pin. Doesn't have to be as big as this. Plastic bag, measuring spoons, and then the ingredients. Right, let's go through the ingredients. So, biscuits. I am using oat biscuits because I can't eat wheat, I'm gluten free, but a lot of people love to use digestive biscuits or rich tea biscuits or ginger nut biscuits. As long as they're a dry, crunchy biscuit, they'll work. Choose your favourite and use it, okay? And then you'll need drinking chocolate, some golden syrup, and in this saucepan, which is a double saucepan, it's got hot water in the bottom, I have melted some chocolate, and that's for later. And then I have one more thing that's on the oven, and I'm just going to go and get it. In this saucepan, I have melted butter, and I have put two tablespoons of drinking chocolate and 1 tablespoon of golden syrup. You can mix and match depending on how many biscuits you're going to be putting in. Right, so what we need to do first, we need to do a bit of bashing. So what you do is you take your biscuits, you put them inside a plastic bag. See, I'm using 2 different bags. I've got lots here, haven't I? I don't have too many. I think perhaps I will just put those in and see how I go. Right, now comes the fun part. You put them down, you take your rolling pin and you bash them. You don't want to make them too fine because you want nice bits. Have a look at them, I think. I can see one there that needs to be bashed. Right, lovely. I think that's all I'm going to do. That was very satisfying, wasn't it? So then you pour them into your big bowl. Now, can you have a look and see? I've got some big pieces, perhaps a little bit too big. I'll break a few of them up. Not too many, because it's nice to have some crunchy bits. Okay, now the next thing is to take the melted butter with the drinking chocolate and the golden syrup, and you pour it into the biscuit mix. Make sure you get it all out. That's it. Get rid of the saucepan, and then you need to mix. You need to make sure that the biscuits are all coated in lovely chocolatey butter. Quite a big biscuit there, I'm just going to break it, there we go. To make sure they all get a good coating. Now, this is the plain Polish cake, and at this stage, you can take that and you can put it in there. However, if you want, you could add some nice things to it. I've got some sultanas here. I love sultanas. So I'm going to put a few sultanas in. Good. Add those, give those a bit of a mix. I also have some little baby marshmallows. I'm just going to put a few of those in. They'll add a lovely sort of chewy flavour. Right, There we go. Now to spread it into the tin. And don't worry, if you've still got some big lumps in there, you can always break them down with a fork. So make sure you get it all in. Use a nice bendy spatula so that you can get all of the chocolate mix and the butter in. Right, let's put that over there. And then we're going to start to push it down. You know, I have actually got a few biscuits that are probably still a little bit too big. Perhaps this is because it's a different type of biscuit. Digestive biscuits and rich tea biscuits and ginger nut biscuits work really well. But sadly I can't have those, so I'm using these. And they do work quite nicely, but I always remember the digestives as my favourites when I was able to eat them. Right, what I am going to do, because I can see that some of those are still a bit too big, I'm going to get a fork and just mash them. Just break it just gently so they're not too big. Don't worry, the next bit is probably my favourite bit. I'm going to cover it. Right, let's have a look and see. I think that's looking, almost looks like Rocky Road, doesn't it? That could be another name that's for a biscuit base like this that's quite similar to this is called tiffin, and that name comes from India, and it's what people used to have with their tea in India. Talking about the English people or the colonial people when they were out there. Right, okay, I think that's fine. Now, in here, you see, because it's on a saucepan with hot water, my chocolate is still beautifully moist. Now, what you have to do is try to cover as much of the biscuit as you possibly can in chocolate. The great thing about this recipe is you don't have to cook. Apart from melting the chocolate and the butter, you don't need to use the oven. You're going to use the fridge. So when I have finished putting all the chocolate on and smearing it out, I'm going to put it in the fridge to make it go so the chocolate goes hard and everything sets. The butter then will set around the biscuits and hold them together. And then after about an hour or two, you can take them out of the fridge and cut them up. We'll go through that a bit later. Let me just try to get the rest of this. Just spread it very carefully. I've still got some in here. That's why these bendy spatulas are so good, because you can see how I'm scraping to get it all out. Don't want to miss any of this lovely chocolate. Can do it with white chocolate as well, if you like white chocolate, or you could mix. You could put the dark chocolate on. Want to be really decadent, put it in the fridge and cool it, then melt some white chocolate in the same way when the rest of it's cool, and then just sprinkle some white chocolate over the top. Right, now I think I'm going to have to just try to mix it in a bit like that. Never have enough chocolate. Right. Okay. Now, that's ready to go in the fridge, and we'll have a look at it later. Well, I've taken the Polish cake out of the fridge. It's been nicely chilled. I've cut some. I just wanted to show you what it's like. There we go. Polish cake. Enjoy.